Guys, I fucked up. I went up to her room but the door was locked. Right? Why would it be that easy? Our dorms have magnetic key cards like a hotel. The RA had a master key, but I don't know the kid that well, so it was just luck that he came back to his room on his lunch break. Trouble is males aren't allowed past a certain floor, so getting into her room was going to need a backup story. Then it hit me that everyone knows my brother. He's still a little skinnier than me from this time, avoiding me on the streets to do heroin. Luckily, I had a big hoodie which hides my slightly larger body. The RA, we'll call him Matt, fake names for obvious reasons, got back to his room around 11:45, and I explained to him how my girlfriend was in class and needed me to grab her notes. Of course he had to escort me. He opened the door to see the mess, so I told him she was running late, hence the forgotten notebook. He let it slide with a look of smudged judgment. I grabbed the notebook from the pile next to the tip dresser, and on the way out, I feigned a trip at the doorway long enough to stop the locking mechanism with some barber's business card from my wallet. He walked me back down to the first floor and went on his merry way after scolding me about keeping myself and my girl more responsible because he'd hate to see us spiral out of control. Douche. It's just a fucking notebook. Anyway, once he was out of sight, I headed back up to her room and slid the door open. I moved the dresser from in front of the closet and expected to feel it push back at me right away. Instead, I opened it to find her in a fetal position, still asleep. 4 allergy pills must have been enough to knock her out. Or maybe she hadn't slept yet at the time this happened last night. Either way, the steady rise and fall of her torso put my stomach at ease. I shook her arm, repeating, "Casey." She started to come to, and the more she woke up, the more lightheaded I felt. Then, like a switch had flipped, I went from staring into her eyes to staring into my own as my body fell onto the all-too-comfy pile of laundry. From behind Casey's eyes, I saw my body laying there, looking as limp as a pile of laundry under it. The only inclination of life was the occasional twitch of the eye and shallow breathing. As serious as the situation as it was, I couldn't help but notice how weird I looked from an outsider's perspective. I've seen my face in pictures, but looking at it live in person, it looked wrong and backwards. It looked like my brother from this point of view. I set my body up as neatly as Casey's thin arms would let me. That's when I noticed I hadn't felt her dread. I hadn't felt her at all. Casey's phone buzzed with a text from a random yet ominous series of numbers. 646-368-66674. 666. How original. It read, "Finish the job or I will. I won't be as kind about it. 48 hours. As soon as those words registered in my mind, another text followed. "Hey babe, call me when you can. Laura said you weren't in class today." I looked at the time. 12:07 p.m. No, this has to be a fluke. I decided to call my brother and make sure he wasn't suspicious enough for a random pop-in. How awkward would it be to face him as his girlfriend? Ugh. I don't even want to think about it. Here's about how the conversation went. "Hey Justin, sorry I didn't call you. I've been asleep." Not a lie. "I'm not feeling very well." Also true. "I think I'm going to take the rest of the week off and hopefully be good for graduation." "Oh, are you feeling sick? You have been acting off lately. You don't even sound the same." "No kidding. Do you want me to bring you some soup and cuddles?" "Ew, no thank you, brother." No, that's okay. I don't want you to get sick. I'm just going to try and rest for the day and wait it out." "Alright, well if you need anything, I'm here. Anything at all." "You sure I can't bring you anything?" After that, it was about 5 minutes of reassuring and making sure he didn't feel the need to check in, and ended with an awkward exchange of the "I love you more" fight I've seen them have 1,000 times. With that settled, I started looking through Casey's phone to find clues as to how long she's been struggling. There were no worry signs, no red flags. She was happy and motivated enough to take my piece of shit brother and turn him into a functioning member of society, going to school to be a social worker. Now I'm sitting here at a crossroads, writing this on my phone from Casey's hands. I've been doing some research, but the internet isn't being very helpful at this point, and Casey has to pee, which is going to be awkward in itself. Your comments from earlier today have both helped and annoyed me. There are so many options, but I can't seem to keep my mind straight to focus on a solution and to carry out. This happens when thinking from not only someone else's perspective, but their physical brain. The wiring is all different and thoughts don't flow with the same ease. I'll keep you updated as things happen. I'm just scared for her life and who this mystery person is and why I've been chosen for this life. I understand the need for Reapers, to feel the pain so others don't have to, but why would it be someone I know? Why did it have to be someone? Why did it have to be someone who was a staple in my brother's sobriety? And what am I supposed to do?